Hello everyone. Today we will talk about the concept of CPI, that is the Consumer Price Index, and the WPI, that is the Wholesale Price Index. So, before diving into the concept, let me talk to you about the basic knowledge that you should have about the cycle of a good and how it reaches to the consumer. Say, for example, when you go to a shop to buy any good, the shop owner buys that good in bulk from a wholesale business, and the wholesaler buys it from the manufacturer. So basically, this chain is from the manufacturer to the wholesaler to the shopkeeper and then to the consumer. For example, let's say you go to a shop to buy corn, and the corn is priced at 70 rupees per kg. Now the shop owner will buy the corn from the wholesaler at price 60 rupees per kg. But also keep in mind that the shopkeeper has to order a minimum quantity of the corn to get the wholesale price. So basically, there are two prices in the market. First is the price at consumer level, and second is the price at wholesale level. Government always keeps a track of change in the price level at a consumer or wholesale level. It observes and calculates the wholesale and consumer prices of a basket containing essential goods, which is used to measure inflation. So, what is this market bin or basket that we are talking about? The market bin and basket is a very important concept to understand the CPI and WPI. Let me give you a quick insight into the market basket or the bin before we dive into the PPT. So, the market basket is a fixed set of goods and services whose prices are used to calculate the changes in prices year on year. So, basically, the market basket consists of goods that the typical household uses, and the prices of those goods are tracked to calculate inflation every year. Now, let's dive into the definition of CPI. The Consumer Price Index is a proportion of the total value level in an economy. It comprises of a heap of regularly bought products and enterprises. The CPI quantifies the adjustments in buying intensity of a nation's cash and the value of a bushel of merchandise and ventures. The market bin used to process the consumer price index is illustrative of the utilization consumption inside the economy and is weighted normal of the cost of products and enterprises. So this definition, like I spoke, talks about market bin or the market basket. Now, what is the use of a consumer price index? Point 1, to fill in as a financial pointer to modify other monetary arrangements for value changes, and third being government managed savings recipients and forestall an expansion. There are different types of price indexes, and these indexes are basically used to track the wholesale price or the consumer price and calculate inflation year after year. The first is the producer price index, the consumer price index, the GDP deflator, private final consumption expenditure deflator, and the wholesale price index. Now, with every concept, there are also limitations attached to it. So, although these calculations provide us a picture of inflation, but there are few limitations that we need to talk about in this video. So, first, going through the formal definitions, let me talk about what CPI does not consist of and then explain on those points. So, the first point being CPI takes into consideration typical household, but the typical household unfortunately does not represent every household. The market basket might be different for each household. For example, the goods that are consumed by you might be different from the ones consumed in my household. The second limitation that I am going to talk about is product substitution. The CPI also does not take into consideration the goods and services substitutions that are done by the consumer. For example, if chicken becomes expensive, people consume more mutton. Therefore, CPI can always overstate inflation. The third being consumption of new products is always unaccounted for, as the CPI always takes time to catch up with the consumption trend. For example, a consumption change trend that is being noticed in 2020 might come into consideration of CPI later in the years. The fourth being changes in quantity, changes in quality. So, the products bought last year could work out longer. And if the products that you bought last year work out longer, then the per use price would work out lower than the previous year. And the last limitation being outlet substitution. It also does not take into consideration from where the consumer is buying the products. For example, they can be discounted outlets, wholesalers, online stores, etc. Now let's hop on to the formal definitions and limitations that are being talked in the PPT. The first being the consumer price index may not be pertinent to all populace gatherings. For instance, the CPIU better speaks to the US urban populace yet does not mirror the status of the populace in rustic territories. The second being CPI does not create official appraisals for subgroups of a populace. The third being CPI is a restrictive average cost for basic items measure and does not quantify each angle that influences expectations or everyday comforts. The fourth being two territories cannot be looked at. A higher file in one region contrasted with the other does not imply that costs are higher around the area. Now let us also look into limitations in measurement of CPI. The first is the testing mistake, risk of correct example not being picked. The example picked may not precisely speak to the whole populace. For example, it is the first point that we spoke about in the earlier PPT of the typical household. The goods and services consumed in one household might be different from the ones consumed in the other. Thus, the point says the example picked may not precisely speak to the whole populace. Second point being non-inspecting mistake. Non-examining blunders incorporate blunders related with value information, assortments, and mistake related with operational uses. And the last being the CPI does exclude vitality cost. A significant analysis of the CPI is that it does exclude vitality costs despite the fact that these are a significant consumption for most families. So while measuring the CPI, vitality cost is not taken into consideration. Now, as you might have noticed, I also spoke about the wholesale price index or the wholesale price while starting the video. Let us see what are the differences between wholesale price index and consumer price index. Full form of the WPI is the wholesale price index and full form of the CPI is the consumer price index. The first and very basic difference being this. The second, WPI is utilized to quantify the normal change in cost in offer of products in mass amount by the entire dealer through CPI Though CPI quantifies the adjustment in the cost in the offer of merchandise or administrator in retail or straightforwardly to a shopper. Now, before explaining this point, let me also point out another very basic difference. As you might remember, we spoke about the good basket in the case of CPI. Now, the goods and services accounted in the market basket or the market bin in case of CPI is different from what it is accounted in the WPI. It comprises of three categories of goods and services. The first being fuel and power, the second being primary articles, and the third being manufactured products. Fuel and power consist of 13.15%, primary articles consist 22.62%, and the manufactured products consist 64.23% of the market basket. Now, WPI is always calculated at the end of the dealer, and the CPI is calculated at the end of the consumer. WPI is for just merchandise, while CPI products just as administrations. The fourth point being expansion measures in the main stage of WPI and last stage in CPI. The last difference being the cost paid by producer and entire vendor in WPI and CPI is paid by the buyer, that is the consumer. So, as a consumer, we pay the cost paid by the producer and entire vendor in WPI. Things shrouded in WPI is fuel, force, and assembling items. Like I mentioned, how the market bin of WPI is different from the bin of CPI. And in CPI, instruction, food, transport, correspondence, amusement, clothing, lodging, and clinical considerations are secured. Point number 7, WPI is utilized by not many nations, though CPI is utilized by 157 nations. So CPI is more widely used method to calculate inflation. The eighth point being date of delivery for WPI is the week after weak reason for essential articles, fuel and force for rest of the things in distributing month to month, though CPI though for CPI it distributes on a month to month premise. The last point being WPI spotlights on the cost of products exchanged between business houses, while CPI centers around the cost of merchandise brought by buyers. So, also as the name suggests, wholesale price index and consumer price index. Wholesale price index is calculated at the end between the business houses, while CPI is always calculated around the cost of a consumer or a buyer. Thank you.